Worst case scenario, what? Can we like recharge that? Can we like plug it into the
Yeah.
wall and stuff
Well,
while you
no.
videotape? No. Okay. Hey, what's up, you guys?
Okay.
Hi, depression.
안녕하세요.
Oh my god, no, okay. No.
Hi everyone, my name's Sarah,
My name is Sophie.
and
Somehow we went to the BTS City Field concert like
Yeah.
in October.
yeah, a long time ago, and I was gonna make a video for this, but I didn't have a camera, and like, yeah. So anyways, so now we have everything to do it, and then I thought it was perfect timing because I got the City Field DVD, and it just came in, so
We're gonna relive all of the memories and cry together, basically.
yes. Except hopefully we don't cry.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, I have no clue what this looks like. I did not even know that there was the option of purchasing this until Sarah told me that she had already done it. So this is like,
I was like
really
waiting.
This is really a surprise to me as well. So let's see. What
I'm like
happens.
on Twitter 24/7, so as soon as the Big Hit Shop was like, we're releasing New York and Europe, I was like, oh.
Oh, sis, it's what we gotta do.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's bubble wrap. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Oh wait, it's like purple. Wait, this looks like so nice. Like, why was I expecting it to be like the One Direction DVD where it's like a little DVD package and like a
Oh my
CD
God.
in it?
It's
Wait,
just
no.
like a plain plastic case.
That was what I was expecting.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
it looked like stuff out of the dollar store, but no,
No.
this is high quality. Wow.
She expensive, so.
So, the reason why I can't buy it is because I have no money. Ooh. Oh my God, wait, please be careful.
Insert clip of Namjoon trying to open.
Oh yeah, that House of Army
That
clip
House
that he
of
like.
Army clip.
And he like makes a tear in it. He's like, my life is over. Oh my God, wait, it looks so pretty. And it's like, wait, is this like vinyl? Like what?
It's like, yeah, it's like canvasy.
Wow.
And look, there's like little. Okay, or not.
You can just like insert pictures here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has the little love yourself.
It has like the Love Yourself
Like the
stuff on it.
album.
It says New York on it.
Yeah.
It has like the curly drawings that go like, you know, go into like a flower or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
This stuff is way beyond my mental capability to understand.
And it has like everything that's in it.
Insert picture.
It also has
here.
a stain, so thanks, Big Hit.
Thanks,
She's
PD,
already-
we're coming for you.
She's already stained.
Complaint.
Oh.
It
Like-
has like holographic writing on it and stuff like that. So this is like
She's
high quality.
bougie.
Wait, there's
Ooh.
two.
Ooh,
Wait,
folks.
why are there two? We'll find
One
out.
is part 2, so like after the like intermission, and then it has like the concert making thing.
Helps to read events.
And then what's this? Then this bad boy.
Oh, are these
The
like
little
pictures?
look. Yeah. Oh, look at.
Oh my God! It turned right to my man.
Literally.
Thick. Oh
Okay.
my God.
Oh,
sis! The only man that matters in this one. Wait, I didn't know there were gonna be like photo cards
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God,
Like,
look at
whoa! Wait, hang on. This is a deal. This is
yeah.
This is buy one get one free kind of stuff.
Oh
Whoa!
my God.
I never know what's going on.
I didn't know it was gonna come like this.
Okay,
Oh, bro.
there's a reason why some of these first pictures are a surprise to us. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll explain
Yeah.
later, but just know that this is the first time we're seeing some of these outfits, and I am not ready.
That's true.
Like,
Girl, we never seen this. We never seen these outfits.
there's a reason why. Hang on, we'll explain it. Because I think that we're probably like, you dumbasses, are you just blind? Like,
Yeah.
no, there's a reason.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, this is beautiful.
Okay, wait,
10 out of 10.
we can't.
We got one more. One more.
It's a picture.
Aw.
That's so
It's like
cute.
their little group photo that they took and posted on Twitter, and then the one when they stood on stage.
And Jimin was just crying.
Yeah.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Is that it? Okay, so yeah, that's everything. This little poster thing, the book, and then keep some chin, and then the DVDs. Yes.
I don't know if I want to probate it, but like you can buy these online probably sometime. I don't know, maybe. I don't know when this video is going up. Maybe you could buy it.
I think they sold out, but you can
Oh,
like
perfect.
resale. Haha.
Yeah,
that's
what
fun with that.
That was eBay's for. Come on, guys. Okay.
Yeah,
So as we said, we did go to the City Field show in October. I think it was like October 24th.
It was like the 6th.
Okay,
It was October 6th.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't have that date like ingrained in my memory because I was like, it's in October. So let's just like, we should like explain.
Okay, bro. Our camera keeps dying. Keeps dying. So yeah.
Okay, so getting the tickets was two very different experiences. So for me, I got the tickets in the normal kind of sale. So I don't remember what day it was, but I remember it was like months before October, obviously. But we were gonna just see what would happen, and then we would find our way to New York if we happened to get tickets, because we do not live in New York. We lived actually very far from New York, so
Yeah.
we were trying to just see what would happen. The sale started and everything, and so we were sitting there just ready to get whatever tickets we could, and then our other friend randomly joined us in our quest for tickets, and they said, let me try going onto my brother's computer just to see what would happen, because the more computers, the more chances that you'll get put into the site first, because you sit in a waiting area before you buy the tickets. And so we were just kind of hoping and praying, and then our friend was just like, I tried my brother's computer and I just got in. Like, I didn't even have to go into the waiting room. It didn't put me through the waiting through. I'm looking at the tickets right now. And we were screaming over the phone. We were like crying. We were like, there's no way that this happened. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So we ended up buying 3 tickets for the very like P1, not standing obviously, because we wouldn't be able to like stand and like wait and everything. But we got P1 seats, like the very front seats of, you know, the entire like MetLife Stadium, like Citi Field and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just completely blessed, and they were $250 a piece. So
Yeah. And then there was sort of drama, I won't get into it, with the tickets, because I originally said I wanted to go, and at this point I was sort of a casual, so my best friend really likes K-pop and his favorite group is Monsta X, and so he always, you know, had me listen to their music and stuff. And so I started sort of branching out, and he would show me random music videos. So I'd only seen the DNA Comeback, which he showed, and I was like, okay, you know, they're pretty good. And then he showed me one day in school the Fake Love music video, and I was like, oh my gosh, this song slaps. Like, this is it. And so I was over at Sophie and our other friend's house, and we were all like together, and I just remember being like, bro, we're only playing Fake Love. Like, that's it. So like we
no, you wouldn't even call it Fake
Yeah.
Love. You'd be like, they pronounce it like
Yeah.
weird, so it's like Fakey Love, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's kind of
Anyways.
true. It's true.
Yeah. So I made them play like Fakey Love all night. So yeah. And then after that, they were like, okay, we're going to New York, and I just wanted to go to New York, so I was like, I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
and the
join.
third, by the way, the third concert ticket that we did buy was not for our friend who helped us buy. That third ticket was really kind of up for grabs. We were like, we don't
Yeah.
care because they can't come, so anybody can come with us. So like Sarah, ended
Yeah.
up kind of being able to come in a weird way.
Yeah. So there was like a slight misunderstanding about the third ticket though. So I did end up getting a ticket, but it wasn't in the same section. So that like sort of leads into the
Okay, so
Yeah.
so when I knew that she wouldn't be in the same ticket, and she wouldn't be in the same area with us, and that third ticket got given to somebody else that we were not okay with, I was like, you know what? She bought a ticket, and her ticket wasn't cheap either. So she had to get like scalped for a ticket.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This girl deserves more than that. So even after she paid her dues very well, I told her, you're coming with us
Yeah.
to the concert, and you're sitting in our section. I will
we
take
didn't.
that.
Yeah, we didn't sneak in.
She had a ticket.
legally,
We paid
yeah,
money to be there.
with a
She
ticket.
just came and sat in
We just
our seats.
fudged the section a little. So there were like, we were standing where one seat was, there were two people. But it was fine. Yeah, so that's like how we got tickets. So starting with the trip, we went to New York together, so we stayed with
My cousin, who lives
yeah.
in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. We landed in LaGuardia Airport, and we got to my cousin's house, and we only had 2 days in New York.
Yeah.
2 days. One day was a free day, like the first day that we got there, and then the second day was the concert.
Yeah. And so when I originally went, it was less about the concert and more about just going to New York. So I was like, okay, we're gonna cram as much New York stuff as we can. So we did a bunch of stuff. We went to Times Square, we went to the Met, the Empire State Building, the
Museum of Natural History.
Museum of Natural History. We literally went a bunch of places.
We went to Cape Town a bunch. We went to just like we went to Brooklyn, we went to Queens, we went everywhere because I knew that she wanted to go for more of the experience of New York, and I go to New York every summer. I spend weeks and weeks and weeks there. It's my home away from home basically. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna go there and we're gonna have a great time.
My tour guide. Yeah. And one of the things we did too was we went to the BT21 store, and we walked in, and of course she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she knew everything,
freaking out.
Yeah, and I knew the members' names, but I couldn't connect names to faces.
She was kind of a little bit of not as hardcore at this point. Obviously, as you can see, she's very hardcore now. But at the time of the concert, it was really, it was more for her about just having this experience.
I really liked their album. Like I listened to their album in the car every day, but I didn't know much of their old music. So I was just there like, okay, I'm gonna hear some good bops. But I didn't know really any of the members. So we walked in and I was like, I don't know. And at this point I had sort of picked a bias, but it was just
but this all changed once the concert happened.
The one who jumped out at me when I first heard people's names and heard a little about them, I was like, okay, Yoongi is my bias. And then I walked into BT21 and I saw Shooky, and I was like,
oh my god, this is no hate to any of the BT21 characters, but even Yoongi was like Shooky.
So I saw that and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be buying anything today. So I walked out. So rest in peace. I love Yoongi still. He's my baby. But my biases are now Jimin and Jin.
And my bias is Sir Lord Commander Kim Namjoon, RM,
God
Rap
himself.
Monster, Brunch Rhonda, my man.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about the day of the concert, which was a whole new level of stress. You thought buying tickets is stressful, just wait. Trusting the New York subway system is another.
Had a breakdown.
Oh my god, I was crying in the club.
Yeah. So we were going throughout our day,
and that was the day that we went to the Museum of Natural History. So we were kind of spending time there.
Yeah. So they had a pretty long line, so we had to wait in line in the morning, and then we got in, and then we went around, and I was already bummed because I wanted to see the big T-Rex.
It was under construction.
The one room that was closed was the T-Rex room, so that already was a sign from God. So
this day was gonna be something else.
Yeah. So after that, we had these the day before. We went to K-Town and gone to a little bookstore that sold K-pop merch. Yeah. and we'd gone to this little, it was like sort of like a cafeteria. You walk in and there were a bunch of different shops and places you could get food. So I went in and I had these like dumplings
They
or
were
buns.
they were called buns, but what they are
Yeah.
basically big dumplings.
Yeah.
And dumplings are my favorite, so that's why I was like, we need these the second day we go.
Yeah. So we were both like in love with these dumplings. So we went back and got them. And then while we were in K-Town, we like walked outside and there was this big event going on. Like
Because everybody was
yeah.
like, oh my god, BTS is here, like
Yeah.
BTS is here, this
So
is
they
the
had this-
first stadium show, so everybody was freaking out. It was
Yeah.
basically like a giant
like
parade.
a festival.
in K-Town.
Yeah. So there were like a bunch of stands, people selling like makeup, K-beauty products, just anything you could think of. Yeah, there was food outside, and there was a stage, and there were, I guess, local dancers from New
like
York.
dance companies
Yeah.
came there and they did
And-
covers.
Yeah, they were doing cover dances. So we were standing there, and there was a big crowd, and we were like, oh my gosh, because right as we walked out, Idol came on. Yeah.
It was like time to get down, so we were like getting down in the middle of this like basically big party in
Yeah.
K-Town celebrating BTS coming. Everybody was just having a good time. Little did we know.
Yeah. So then we looked at our watches after the song, and we were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be so late. So we're booking it back to the apartment because we have to change our bags, and we had food with us, and we weren't gonna throw away our buns, you know, like what
no.
the heck. So yeah, we had to bring all that back, and then we wanted to change for the concert because we were kind of gross and sweaty. So
Yeah, I want to do like a full beat face of makeup,
Yeah.
which we did
Yeah,
too.
we did.
We like wanted to look good.
yeah, so we got back, and I stupidly took a shower because I was sweaty, and then it didn't matter.
You learned to deal with the sweat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because as soon as like we were late, so we were like running to the tube, so I got sweaty
Yeah.
again. So oh well. So yeah, I took a shower. She did her makeup, then she did my makeup, and then
And then we got changed.
yeah, and then we like yeeted out of the apartment.
Because my cousin came in and was just like, oh, it's 6:45, and we in our head we were like, it's 5:45, and it was 6:45, and the
yeah.
concert, and we knew it would take us like every bit of an hour to get to City Field, and the concert started at 7.
At 7.
And
yeah.
we were like, we're gonna kill ourselves. It was so bad.
And I'm also used to concerts that have opening acts. So
Oh, yeah, no.
yeah, like my mind, of course, I'm like not. I didn't know anything, so I was like, "Bro, we just gonna miss the opening act." And she goes,
And I was like,
"Bold
"There's-
of you to assume."
I was like, I don't know where you're from, but there
Yeah.
are no opening acts in this like pantheon of BTS.
So we like booked it from the apartment to the nearest. I keep saying tube, but it's actually the subway. Sorry, I'm used to going to London. So yeah, international. No, and so yeah, so we go down, and the train is like not coming.
So we sprinted 6 short blocks and 2 long blocks, like full speed running, like
Yeah.
Usain Bolt could never.
Yeah.
Like we were sweating, like the glitter in my eyeshadow was coming off, like just to get to
Yeah.
the first entrance for the subway, and we
Yeah.
had to hop on 2 subway trains in order to get to the Met station.
Yeah. So we go down in the subway, and we were deciding before we left, do we want to take an Uber or do we want to take the train? And so an Uber, there would have been so much traffic that it would have been way
Even
longer.
and more expensive.
Yeah, but when we got on the subway, the train was not coming, and Sophie was like, "Girl, we need to take an Uber. Like, I'm going up the stairs." And I was like, "No, we have to wait
Yeah,
for the train."
I was having a full
Yeah.
mental breakdown at this point because like I had like stanned this group for like 2 years, and I'm like, this is the only time
Yeah.
I'm ever gonna see them in my life, and I was like freaking out.
I was so chill. Like, I mean,
She
I wasn't chill.
She was the one who was like calming me
Yeah.
down, and now if this concert happens like
Yeah.
tomorrow, it would be the opposite.
The opposite, yeah. But I was like, it's gonna be fine. Like, we're not really gonna miss anything. Like, so what? We miss a song, you know. and she was like, no, like she's like can't breathe, and I'm like doing breathing exercises.
Yeah, I'm like starting to tear up in like the subway car.
So finally she's going up the stairs, and I'm like, we gotta wait for the train, like give me like 5 more minutes. And so right as she starts going up the stairs, the train comes, and I'm like, Sophie, I see it. And she's like, okay. So she comes back down, we like get on the train. Finally we're going, we get to the next station, we're going again.
Yeah, the second train wasn't late at all. The second train, like, you are the real OG. Like, you're the person who, like,
thank you, second train. Yeah. And then we get to the Met station.
And the doors open up, and I see the fireworks, and I hear the ending of Idol, and I burst into tears again, and I start crying and running.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought, like, I thought I was running fast the first time, like,
because I didn't know where we were going, and so when you get off the train, there's like this big platform and a ramp, and so I remember just like getting off and being confused, and security's like, oh, the concert's that way, and so I like turn, and like Sophie's already gone.
Yeah, I'm like,
she's like gone, and so I look, and there's like this huge ramp, and she's like, boom,
all the
like,
way at the end.
Down, and I'm like, oh girl, and so I have like, I don't run, so I have cramps, and I'm just like, please God, like, it's fine, it's gonna be fine. And so we get to the bottom, and like there's security, and like they go through my bag. Yeah. So then we got inside, and it was like empty, because of course everyone's at the concert, so there's like no one. We're like, we don't know where to go.
Yeah, there were like 2 escalators, and we were like, what? And, like,
what's happening?
Normally you can like figure your way out because there will be other people and you can see them going up or down this escalator, but like we had no clue.
Yeah. So we just sort of were randomly going places, and we ran into one person, and so Sophie showed him her ticket, and he was like, oh, you guys are this way. So I'm just following her, because
yeah, so I showed them my ticket as if her ticket was in the same spot. Yeah. Yes, I lied. Yes, I'm okay with it. Yes, I'm going to hell.
I have really bad anxiety, and so I was like fine with it, like doing it, but the whole time, like, half of my brain was like, yee, BTS, and then the other half was, I'm gonna get kicked out of Citi Field, I'm going to be thrown out of New York, I'm gonna go back to my family.
Donald Trump is gonna come here and be like deported.
Yeah, literally. So we finally make it to our seats. We find our friend who was there, like, on time. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, sis. By the way, she also was texting us while we were in the subway, and she was like, they're playing Idol, and I was like, oh no!
So we sort of have this joke, because I like Idol, but I think she's a little overplayed sometimes. It's my mom's favorite song by BTS, so she always makes me play it. And so I've heard her a lot, so I'm a little tired. I still love her. I don't love her any less. But Sophie over here
stan Idol.
But she also has some things against DNA.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like, publicly. I was sitting in the cart and I was like, dear God, I hope that I miss DNA.
Yeah.
She was like,
if DNA better be first. Like, I don't want to hear it. And I was like, I hope it's not first. So it was not first. It was Idol. So we always joke. We were like, oh, we saw Idol, but we saw it in K-Town.
We were like, we saw like a cover of Idol in K-Town.
The opening act
but
was
instead
actually...
instead we just say we saw Idol.
Yeah.
Which we never did.
Yeah. So we like got there, and I think they were playing Save Me or I'm Fine.
They were playing Save Me, and then it moved into I'm Fine.
Yeah, when we walked in.
So the reason why we were showing you the pictures first, and we were like, we had never seen these, was because we missed seeing Idol completely, so we did not get to see those outfits for Idol. We didn't get to see, like, and I heard that there were, like, cool things with the stage and everything that they did for Idol, so we never got to see that, so...
We missed that completely, yeah. And it was pretty much dark when we got in, so everyone else who came there during the daylight, and it was just, like, dark when we got there. Yeah, it was, like, pitch black. Yeah. But the rest of the show went pretty well. I mean, we were just like having a good time.
No. Actually, the show went great for me. But the entire time, this one over here was just like having an anxiety attack, like looking at the security, like the underpaid middle-aged security guard next to her, and thinking that he was just gonna throw her out for existing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, she was just so afraid. It did not look like we crowded the seats or anything, but the entire time she just kept looking over, being like, he's gonna kick me out.
I swear he was staring at me, and so we kept being like, it's fine, it's fine. The more you look at him, he's gonna know. But I was like, please, sir, like, I'm just trying to live my life. Yeah. And then the whole time, I mean, I didn't really, I still know what's going on. So every time someone came on, I'd be like, oh, who's that? The only one I could recognize was Namjoon. We got there, and I was just taking a bunch of pictures of Namjoon because that was the only one I recognized, and I was like, I'm just going to send him to Sophie.
And I was taking videos of kind of just everybody because I knew that eventually she'd choose a bias. So regardless of who it was, I would have like something for her to remember the concert by.
Yeah.
Something like her favorite member. So I just videotaped all of them basically, and I was like, "Here's Sarah. Here's a little present for when you when you graduate to having a bias. I will give this to you as a present so that you will fully understand it."
And I also didn't know that they had solo songs. I thought.
Oh yeah, she was amazed with who was it that came out first? Like somebody.
I don't know. It was definitely Jungkook. Okay, so I thought every member sang on every song, and I didn't know. Like I knew there were rappers and I knew there were vocalists, but I thought. I don't know, I guess I thought just everybody did something. I don't know. So they started coming out one by one, and I'm like, aren't they all in this song? And then I realized, oh. Yeah, so we was not woke when we went to the concert, but it's fine.
Because we woke now, and that's all that matters.
We woke now. So, yeah, I was like shook the whole time. I also, like, the wildest thing was Taehyung's Singularity.
Oh my god.
And I was like, there's another man on stage. Maybe there is two people. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's not a man. And then I was like, wait a minute, is that a robot?
No.
Is that his arm? And I was like, he feeling himself.
He like put, cause you know Taehyung in like Singularity, he like puts his arm through like the coat thing and he's like touching his own face and he's like, it's supposed to be like a girl or whatever. But like she's like smart, so she understood like through the song that it was Taehyung like dancing kind of with himself.
Yeah.
It took me, who actually has brain cells surprisingly, and who does stand BTS, it took me days to understand that Taehyung was dancing with himself. I literally thought that it was like a backup dancer or like a robot arm. I literally thought that for days. Like, I'm so dumb.
That was probably the like in my mind, that was probably the wildest part of the concert, was just seeing this man like, and I was like, oh, okay. And so,
that kind of concert.
And our other friend, her bias is Taehyung. So I'm standing there and she's like, breaking my eardrum, like screaming, like this is her moment, her man, and I was like, excuse me. Like,
she was literally like, so this is what K-pop concerts are like.
Yeah, it was a little. And I knew all of their, like, I knew all the Love Yourself Answer songs. I knew a couple. I also, I'm used to like Western artists CDs, so I had the like Answer album, but I only had CD A in my car because I thought that CD B was just like remixes or extra you know, songs. Like most people don't put like new songs, only like
on a second CD. Like over it, like here in America, like if you get an album from Rihanna, like that's not how a second CD
the
would
first
work.
CD is like the actual like songs and everything else is just extras. So I was like, they're not gonna play extras at the concert, so I just would listen to CD A. So of course then when my friend sent me like 2 days before, she was like, here's the like
the set list,
and I was like, oh my, I don't know half of these songs. So I'm like really critically listening. So I'd only heard like So What once. I'd only heard,
which So What is one of my favorite songs. So when
so
I didn't know that she hadn't heard some of the songs. I knew that she had heard some of them and like most of like the Love Yourself Answer songs and like some Win songs and stuff like that. But for me, hearing stuff from like Dark and Wild or like all the oldies but goodies, those were the ones that I was like losing it, like Bopse. Nobody can ever, I can't recover from that. But it was so funny because she like at the time like didn't understand the connotation of like Bopse and stuff like that.
So I just thought like they were bops. Yeah, I also didn't know Airplane Part 2, didn't know Magic Shop. I didn't know why, I mean, I knew what Army Moms were. I didn't know why they were lighting up certain colors. Yeah.
So. That was another thing. Like, we were looking at, like, the patterns, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And you were just like, how is this working?
Yeah. Well, and also, so when I went, I don't know, I was really into girl groups at the time, and so the only really guy groups I liked were Monsta X because my best friend, and BTS because we were going. But I was like really into Blackpink and Luna and I don't even know, like Twice. So, and I had just been watching all the Blackpink diaries and like Blackpink House. So when I went, like when we went to K-Town, I just got Blackpink merch because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like really
like BTS.
Yeah, like I
this was,
liked them, but I was like, am I gonna
like the concert was
stand
almost
them?
like a test run for her.
So, yeah, but we got there, and so that's why I didn't get any merch. I didn't get an army bomb.
Also, the merch at like the actual like arena was so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like a sis over here was broke.
So that's why we didn't have an army bomb, and there were
Yeah.
girls in front of us who were like. So yeah, there were girls in front of us who were passing this army bomb.
They were like, they would like do one
Yeah.
song and then they would pass to the next
Yeah, be
person. It was like the best thing
Yeah.
ever. These girls were really like,
yeah, we
they were
loved
the
them.
true
And one of
ones.
the girls was like going off. Like she was like every song she knew all the words in Korean, and we were like, oh, okay.
We were like, oh, sis.
yeah, we were just having a good time.
We were popping off,
Popping.
and then we need to talk about the end because it was then that you chose your bias.
Oh yes! Okay, so they all came out and they're doing like their little like fan service part where they're not really dancing. It's like after the intermission and they're not really dancing, but they're just, you know, like interacting with the crowd.
Yeah.
So,
This is when J-Hope like went into the crowd and
Yeah.
like gave the girl like his hat and his bag and stuff like that.
yeah, he had
like,
his
that was
little
awesome.
baseball like Mets.
For the Mets,
Yeah. Hat, and this is when Yoongi lost the A of his
Is it?
sugar ring. Yeah.
It is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
To that girl, if that girl ever
Yeah.
sees this video, like you are the
God bless
best.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
God really was like, you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
praise you today.
Yeah. So all that was going on, and I'm a crier. So
Yeah.
I'm a crier, and I don't know. I like people who are funny. So
Yeah.
I'm like looking at all of them, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm really vibing with everyone.
Yeah.
And then
It's all just like a feel good moment in the arena.
yeah, and then Kim So Jin walks out with army bombs taped on his shoulders, and I'm like, who is that man? That
She
man.
literally turned to me and she's like, which one is that one?
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was like, that's
oh.
so funny.
And it wasn't just like kind of like taped on. It was like
Yeah.
dead ass, like duct taped to
Yeah.
his shirt. Like he did this backstage in like
yeah.
2 seconds.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that's his mind. So of course I'm like, that one's my favorite. I just adopted this man right now. Sorry, Yoongi. And then
but then somebody
Jimin-
else came.
Jimin starts crying. He's talking and he's crying, and I'm like, oh no. Like anytime anyone cries, that's it. Like I'm in love with you. So Jimin starts crying, and I'm like, that one. And so I was technically, like after the concert, I was like still choosing. Like like at the concert, I was like between those two or something. And so afterwards, I watched a bunch of like crack videos and
Because
did my
that
research.
is the best way how to learn about all of it is through like
Yeah.
those crack introduction
Yeah.
videos. It's because you learn all the quirks and all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
and that's how you can distinguish these both
Exactly.
of them.
Yeah, you really get their personalities. So I watched a bunch of interviews, a bunch of crack videos. I watched more videos from the concerts, and I was like, yeah, definitely Jimin is my bias. And I was between Hobie and Jin as my bias wrecker. And then I'm a dancer, so I was like, okay, I think Hobie's one out. And then lies. Rest in peace, Hobie.
J-Hope is my bias record, so that let's
Yeah.
just also make that clear. I'm also a dancer too, so that definitely helped
Yeah.
me in making my decision.
So I don't even know when, like,
When you, like, chose this?
Jin just kind of came upon me.
Yeah, there was never a day that you came up to me and you're like,
Yeah.
Jin. Like, it's just always been a
was-
continual thing that it's been Jimin and Jin for her.
Yeah. So
Because she's both of them combined.
right, but it was like Seokjin like a little bit, and then one day I was just like, oh my, worldwide handsome. Like it just like clicked, and I was like, I would die for that man. And I go on rants all the time. I'm so
She
annoying
does.
to people. I'm just like, he deserves the world. He deserves better. Like
She's like one of the people on Twitter who it's like the injustices towards Jin.
Yeah.
Like she's the one who like points them out and like makes them
take
like
him out. Yeah. And me and my friend Dean online, like not all we talk about, but 90% of our conversations are just like, we love Jin, we talk about Jin, we support Jin.
Jin deserves
Just,
more.
Yeah, just commenting about Jin.
Which he does. He deserves
Yeah.
so much more. But that is another
Yeah.
video for another day. Another rant.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So that's how I chose my biases. And the concert ended after that, and we were like, it's over. Yeehaw, time to eat.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
her and our other friend went to go talk, and I went to go see if there was any merch left, and I joined this like crowd of people.
And I never saw this, so I just heard the horror stories from her about this.
It was literally like a mob. Like I never saw a table. I never saw anyone selling anything. I just saw a horde of people, and like people in the crowd would just be shouting back, "There's only a 3XL shirt left." Like I literally like did not know. There wasn't really anything except for a 3XL shirt, and then I think there were a couple towels, but those got like sold pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point I was like, no. I wish that I sort of would have known like what I was doing, because I 10 out of 10 would have gone early and gotten like all the freebies and all the just like the crowds out front are just so amazing, and like
and even when we were there they were handing out posters. Even though we showed up late, I still have like my poster that they were like, hold this up during the finale, and we did.
Or the slogans. And so but when we came out, and then of course everyone is like yeeting towards the trains, and we were on the platform and the train was essentially full, and Sophie was like, we need to just wait for the next train, and I was like, there's no way. So we just shove into this train,
and there were these two poor girls who were next to us who were like a foot shorter than us and like 20 pounds lighter than us, and every time like the train would like kind of stop, they would just go sliding, and we felt like so bad. And these girls, like they like I don't know like if they knew their way around New York or what, but they were like so lost, and we felt so bad.
But the train back was literally wild, because everyone on the train was ARMY. So everyone was like talking. I literally saw a solo stand, which was tragic. But
was it the Taeyong solo stand?
Yeah, it was the Taeyong solo stand.
I try to black that memory out.
Rest in peace. But but it was just really just fun, and I saw a couple people who
we forgot. So we were after the concert, and me and my friend had talked, and Sarah had gone to look for merch and stuff like that. We were going down, and we were like, we're gonna take a picture with like, they had like a banner kind of thing with like all the boys, like photos of the boys. And we were like, we're gonna go take a photo with them, like basically like a photo with a photo. And we were expecting to be able to get down there and for it to be like just stand in line and take a photo. There was an organized line. Like nobody was like throwing elbows trying to get to the front of the line. Like it was organized. People were nice. People were taking pictures for other people. Like it was calm.
And then security came out and they were like, we're packing up. The line has got to go. You have to get out of the stadium.
And I was like, hell no.
Because we had been waiting there, and everyone who was standing there was like, are you kidding me? Like, I mean, at least stop the line where the line is. Like, say no more people beyond who's been in line. And so they were like shooing people away,
and I lost it. I started screaming at them, and
she was mad. And I was like, okay, just stand from right where we are and take a photo. And the security guy was like,
he was trying to.
I was like, we're just gonna take a photo. Like, I took a quick photo. So it's like literally the worst photo you've ever seen.
And there's like security guards in the background. Like you can see them trying to move us.
You can barely see the photo booth, so it's more of a meme at this point. Like
we did, and so I memed it up even more, and I like photoshopped BTS's faces on the people in the background, because we were like, we took a photo with BTS.
So then we're on the train. We're like, people are slowly getting off the train.
We have to switch to another train at this point.
So we switched to another train
that had no people from the concert on it, which was scarier.
Really wild. There was this crackhead who was like harassing us. That was scary.
Yeah.
Then we got off the train, and then we were walking, and then we got back to the apartment,
and it was like 3 a.m. by this time. Like the concert ended, and everything after that happened was like super wild.
And we had to leave early the next morning, so we're like packing our suitcases, cleaning up, blah blah blah, and it was just wild.
And I like sat there, and I remember I was like, the post-concert depression. Like I've had post-concert depression before, but never like this. Like whoa.
And so like, I ate my bun. I finally got to eat my bun. And then I had these chips in my suitcase, and I didn't have room to bring them back because I bought food, so we just ate like 2 cans of Pringles like right after the concert. And our friend, like, she had like, I'm not gonna like spill the tea, but she had tea going down in her life that was like really sad, and like should not have happened on the day of the concert, because it's just like a big mood ruiner. But she was like texting us, and so we were just sitting there like, oh girl, and like inhaling Pringles.
And we didn't know what to do because she was not staying with us.
So that was a big sad. I also got this Korean, it's like black iced tea, but like some latte. I don't know. It was like this bottle, and I got it at that place, and that was the best thing.
The place where we got the buns, right?
The buns.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the best thing I ever drank in my whole life. Shout out to that tea. So I had one of those too. Cause yeah, your girl's thirsty. And then yeah, and then we woke up
And
we flew back.
Yeah, and we had to go to school the next day.
Yeah.
Which we did.
Yeah.
But it was like super cool to spend time with each other in like New York, and then also like you ended up getting into a new like group,
Yeah.
which is always like great.
And now I'm a diehard Army.
Mhm.
So
We're growing, we're multiplying.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully next time.
Mhm.
And we want to make like a full day of it. Like we're ready to camp out. We're ready to.
I mean, I don't think that one day of camping out will suffice, but like
yeah,
we can try.
and I definitely, girl, you know I'm doing the photo booth. Like
oh yeah.
that's also how am I gonna choose?
You
Jimin and Jin.
you gotta make a choice, sis.
Oof. I know. I literally like can't.
Maybe you can like go back in with like a wig and be like,
Yeah,
I'm a
wig.
new person.
So yeah, that's
that was our experience.
yeah. Love Yourself City Field tour experience.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you enjoyed.
And if we go to another concert for BTS, we'll make this
Yeah.
like another video like this again.
yeah, and I want to vlog more and just make more videos about BTS because we love BTS in this household.
Good.
So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Okay. I have to say it.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm keeping that in there now.
Oh, okay.
Are you making fun of me for okay?
No. It's not that I'm making fun of you. It's just that it like. Could you imagine just like being like, hey, like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that bell
Yeah.
notification.
Please do.
Actually, do subscribe to her. Like, come on, guys.
Please.
Like,
Yeah.
don't you want more of this chaotic content? Like, don't you?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
put an iCard up here or something and be like, here's a link to more videos. Actually, there's none.
There's none. Yeah. So, yeehaw. Thanks for watching.
Bye.